Now this is a freehold Inter-Terrace right here at Fidelio Opera Estate. A 7-bedroom masterpiece that has just been rebuilt less than 5 years ago. Giving you this modern luxury, sort of like an art gallery inspired home. I think you just feel like staying at home. You don't want to go out anymore. Whoa! Oh my goodness, look at this! Look at this! This looks really beautiful with the sunlight popping out at the top. You're in for a treat right here with Propertylimbrothers landed home tour. Let's go! Alright, so we are at Fidelio Street today. Now this is a freehold Inter-Terrace. This was just rebuilt and completed in the year 2016. It took our owners almost 2 years to rebuild the entire Inter-Terrace to a 3.5-storey status right now. Now the land size is 2099 square feet, which is a longer version and a larger version of an Inter-Terrace home. This gives you 6,044 square feet of built-up area. Spanning over 3.5 storey, you have full-on 7 bedrooms, 6 ensuite bathrooms. This entire wall line behind me, that entire stretch takes care of all the services area. And what do I mean by services area? So your wet kitchen is actually tucked behind this wall line with a sliding panel door. Predominantly most Inter-Terraces, they are at about 6 meters width by default. This is 7.3 meters. So what the owners have done is that they've reserved about 2 meters for the services zone. The conventional layout is for the kitchen to be tucked right at the back of the house, facing towards the backyard. But right here, what they've done is that they have positioned the kitchen to face the front of the home, but it's not the entire front. It's just right at the corner. And then you head on to the utility room as well as the WC area. And then following which, that is the lift zoning over here. So it's also tucked right at the services 2 meters bandwidth area. So the lift serves 6 people, heads up all the way to attic. And then you have the home shelter, and last but not least, your common bathroom. And thus the entire livable area right here is all dedicated to your dining space as well as your living space. That's why the moment that you come in, you just realize that flush with this high ceiling as well, about 3.0 meters, this home really looks fantastic. And most importantly, this is a single loading fashion. Out of this entire row, I think it is one of the only home with this greenery view right behind of you. And how rare to get a home that changes its leaves into red kind of leaf tone during seasonal changes. And I think if it's in sync with Chinese New Year for the Chinese owners right here, I think it's definitely great for you. Now let's come back to the front. This is a sheltered car porch zoning. This can easily park one huge car, and this is beautifully done in the sense that it's sort of like elevated and sloping upwards a little. So that gives this home a little bit of elevation upwards so that you can enjoy a better tree line from the front and of course from the back facing towards the park. It's done with an automated gate. Now notice that in terms of its material, reinforced concrete, natural kind of feel in terms of its material. From the outer exterior look as well, you can notice that the reinforced concrete perpetuates towards the entire home. You have a side door right at that corner, and then of course over here, some little steps right here with a little bit of gardening features. Let's have a look at this. Highness concrete slab bench, and the other side is, what is that? On the other side you have this us. Alright, this is the 2 meter width that we're talking about. Walk straight into your wet kitchen. If you do heavy cooking, dispel any form of like heavy cooking fumes outwards towards the carport zoning. So you can just unlock this, you can go out from here. If you need to change some gas cylinders while you're cooking halfway and things like that, then basically the service team can come in over here. Very easy for the service team as well. You can just change and then just bring out the empty cylinder right here. Heavy cooking, Bosch system cooker hood and hob. So we have quartz finishing for backsplash and countertop. A huge Blanco sink right here. Very tall storage because the ceiling height is about 3 meters. This gives you a lot of space right here to keep all your kitchenwares. Some pull-outs right here. And then bottom area for the sink. Fridge space is right tucked in this corner. And then as we head in, that will be the utility zone as well as the yard WC. So the moment that we head out, you're going to come in here. We love this white slab of marble. At this very nice seating area, I think this is like for you to prep before you go to work, so you can just sit here and then wear your shoes and everything and maybe just enjoy the view a little bit right here towards Fidelio Street. If you notice, there are different tonality of marble. Silver Travertine from Italy, white marble from Greece, grey marble from Turkey. The tiles right at the ground level, at the front porch, at the backyard area, as well as the attic level. They are granite tiles, extremely long lasting, durable. This is like a nice console unit right here that serves the dining zone. You have storage space within to put in all your appliances. Top storage also for cups and wine glasses. Pull outs for your utensils. You have a microwave right here. Chest height oven, very useful. So at this area, coffee machine. You have an external sink right here within, like an island unit kind of combination. We love the finishing of this entire dark wood. All the way that's flush in sync, so that combines the dining all the way towards the living area. And these are all beautiful storages. Because of the fact that you have a 5 meters width, even after this is done, it still feels very wide. So basically, you can just focus and put all your kitchenware right here within the dining zone. And this is a beautiful Chinese 10-seater round table. Such a beautiful view. I mean, just at the center main piece of this home. And then having this vertical core right in the middle of the house, this is beautiful. Now the key concept is because when this is being constructed, the skylight right at the top, it just brings it and absorbs all the light right in and brings light into the entire home from the front to the back. So the vertical core is extremely important because the skylight right at the top really helps the Inter-Terrace concept to feel beautiful. And on top of that, the entire services area, in terms of its ensuite bathroom as you head to level 2, 3 and the attic level, they all have skylight, bring light in. So this home, even if you off every single light right now in 1:07 p.m, it will still feel bright and it's still so well ventilated because of its north-south orientation. Front of the house is south, back of the house is north. So the lift shaft is also right at this corner. So as we head in later, this is a lift that can fit up to 6 person, and usually lifts can go up to perhaps about 4 people, but this is a very good capacity lift that goes up to about 410 kilograms. This wood right here, these are all custom-made timber flooring, natural wood grain. All the tonality and the grains are different for every piece. Wallpapered throughout the entire 2 sides of the home. I think what our owners want to do is that when they bought this home, they want to structure the living area right at this portion here, so that fronts towards the greenery zone at the back. And this is a very safe place for the kids to play because it's not a backyard area. I just love all these huge sliding doors and wow. Alright, it's quiet facing, there's no road here. You have a own storage zoning right here. Wow, so this is to keep bicycles. Okay, it's also sheltered up here. And as you enter back, it switches from granite to marble. Because of the high ceiling that you have, even with the false ceiling, it's still about 3 odd meters. Living space is beautiful. I'm gonna just sit here and relax a little bit with 3 polar bears behind me. I think you just feel like staying at home. You don't want to go out anymore. The TV console space is huge. And before I forgot, I got 2 more things to show you right here. Home shelter, very deep actually. And then we're gonna have a look at beautiful bathroom. White marble throughout, flush from the floor to wall, and it wraps around the entire bathroom. Internal concealed flush system throughout all the bathrooms. Hence Grohe. This is a dual entry bathroom, so you can actually go out towards the backyard. You can come in towards the living room. When you're at the backyard area, you come back from the park, come from jogging, you want to go straight into the bathroom without entering to the living room just to clean up. This is all very well planned. And you need to get this when the home is built right from scratch by the owners, to build to stay and build to live, because they will think about all these intricacies. Opera Estate is a beautiful landed enclave in D15. D15 stretches from Siglap zoning all the way towards Tanjong Rhu. And Opera is at this Siglap Hill Franco area that has a rich heritage and history. In terms of its history, Opera Estate was developed by Franco brothers. Now, the street names have an operatic theme because the neighbouring Franco Estate consisted of mainly coconut and nutmeg plantations in the 1800s before it was sold to Abraham Franco in 1912. They also then developed the Opera Estate, which bears names inspired by European operas, including Aida, Carmen, Fidelio, and Malay operas such as Julia, Julie, Bintang Tiga. And this was also home to our Singapore's first president, Yusof bin Ishak. So in the past, there was two primary schools here, Opera Estate Boys School and Opera Estate Girls School. And then now it's being merged into one main school called Opera Estate Primary School, and that serves primarily a lot of the residents and kids right here within the Opera Estate. And this estate is beautiful in terms of its activity, and I'm talking about the transactions activity because there has been a lot of new builds coming out, rejuvenation along the entire Fidelio Opera area, with old landed properties being torn down and rebuilt because that adds on to the volume and health of price growth in terms of land PSF and construction cost PSF along the years. We're going to talk more about the pricing analysis later. In terms of convenience, now this Inter-Terrace just next to Siglap Linear Park, which is a part of the entire park connector network. This is a place that's great for a family with young kids, and you can enjoy cycling and skating right on towards the future Siglap MRT station and also directly towards East Coast Park, because just take a look at the entire PCN network that links you directly straight through and underground past ECP, and that brings you directly to the beachfront area at East Coast Park. In terms of the MRT belt, we're located at the east-west line, and from Bedok, head backwards towards Tanah Merah. There's an interchange towards Business Park as well as Changi Airport, or you can head forward all the way towards Pasir Ris and Tampines as well. The moment you head towards Tampines, there's the downtown line intersection. If you head backwards, just 3 stops towards Paya Lebar after you pass by Kembangan Eunos. Paya Lebar right now is of course one of the second and third business hub in Singapore in the city-free zoning, and that is so important because that also is the intersection line towards the Circle MRT line as well. And right now at Paya Lebar, you have Paya Lebar Square, you have PRQ Mall, you have Singpost Centre. You are living in the east, and D15 is always one of the second or third most popular estates within the entire Singapore belt with the most transaction volume for private residential and landed residential properties. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the pricing analysis within the entire D15 zoning, especially if you're looking for an inter-terrace landed property right here within Opera Estate, and of course an entire landscape of what is happening right now in the landed market in D15 zone. If we are talking about options of doing a rebuild from scratch, $3.5 million going for a land size 1,006 to 1,008 square feet. Adding the costing of a rebuild cost to build to $6,000 like this, perhaps a $350 per square foot, that's going to bring you up to about $2 million, and you're going to stretch that bandwidth all the way to about 5.5, adding your rental, perhaps you're inching it towards the $5.8 million. So going back to the second type, reconstruction, usually that involves about 80% of the full-on rebuild cost. So there you're also inching towards the $5.5 million mark. And then the third type, A&A, also close to about 60-70% of usually your rebuild cost. So you'll end up close to about the $5 million range. And of course, if you come back to the last type, which is to buy brand new from developers, they're asking for 1,600, 1,800 square feet kind of land size, $4.6, $4.9 million kind of range. Back to this house, which falls between the third and fourth type, $4.99 million, it already fulfill the 7 bedrooms criteria with ensuite and a full-on build out of 6,044 square feet. So if you're looking for something for you to move in straight on, this is very suitable. You don't have to invest 2 years of your time. But there again, if you want to build your own taste and design, all well and good to go for those type that is very suitable for rebuild. This is really for something that is hassle-free, coming straight on. Most importantly, I think this plot is extremely rare with that garden view right behind. We call this a single loading fashion for landed. Extremely rare for freehold property right here in Fidelio. Now it's time to explore the entire level 2. So level 2 has 2 huge bedrooms. Oh my goodness, look at this! I just love the window frame design. It just looks like a boutique. It faces towards this garden view. Just love it. Floor to ceiling height from the ground up. The framing does the job. It gives you that kind of feel and illusion. It just feels beautiful, just looking out like an artwork. Just love this view from here. And it's so difficult to find a landed home with this view at the back. We love the ceiling height, it's beautiful. After the ceiling fan, it's still so high. This is a king bed. Oh my goodness, it just looks so small in this room. Thinking, why don't you go to the corner of this room and let's have a look at how big and wide it is. This is like 5 meters width, and then you get an entire space. And we just love the large slabs of timber. Just look at this. Such a long slab. And these are very expensive to construct because the larger it goes, the thicker it is. And that permeates throughout the entire level 2. Just look at the wardrobes, beautifully in sync. So you have 8 panel at the top, 8 panel at the bottom. This is like a mini living area as well. Just put in 2 sofas, coffee table right here. So there's so much space to play around with. And you have to check this out. Oh my goodness, look at this! Look at this! Oh, this looks really beautiful with the sunlight popping out at the top. Brings in the lights. Of course, it's sheltered right at the tip as well, so you don't get any rain directly coming in. Marble wall, marble flooring, bravat sink, hands grow hay, fittings at the taps. Second portion, WC gerbrit, and then your standing shower, your long bath that overlooks towards the back. Of course, you have a privacy blind, not to worry. And the amount of finishings that's used in this place, that is beautiful. Okay, later we're gonna take the lift upwards, okay? And now, oh my goodness, check this out. Sliding panel, so you can just aircon up the entire place. You can hold your meetings here. You can do your work here. This is like, oh my goodness. This is like a modern office space with a director's seat here. Furniture is not included, of course, but if you like certain pieces, feel free to discuss with our owners. Beautiful natural wood top, nice seated couch right here. So this can be like a chill out zone as well for meetings and discussion. Ceiling fans are done throughout every space. We like the way that the staircase is being done because full glass out, can look straight into the living area as well. The amount of skylight coming in also from this pocket, just have a look, oh my goodness, the amount of detail. This is called the center vertical core. That is so important for this home. Now, when you switch to the front, the windows framing does change, and this is so creative, right? You get this like horizontal format, not the full-blown version. Now, the key reason is because you were to do a full-blown version, which also will look very beautiful, but you have to take note a little bit about heat trapping. So when you do reinforced concrete like this, that limits the amount of heat trapping towards the greenhouse effect kind of thing if it's all full glass kind of concept. So this is a very clever architectural design. You have this backing here, you can work here, and you can turn around so when you sit. Oh, we have this at our office as well. So this is Herman Miller. So you can sit here, just turn around, look at the view for inspiration, come back, work again. This is actually the second bedroom. So if you don't need like such a huge office, what you can do is that you can then convert this back into a normal bedroom. Now, because this was designed as a home office, you have bottom cabinets, but we just love the flexibility. So you want to convert into a normal bedroom, you can still utilize all this space. Ensuite, also with the skylight, this is what we're talking about. Skylight coming into every bathroom. No feel of moisture at all, just love the way that it's being designed out. Nice concrete wall. So, I'm gonna take the lift. I'll need the ladies to take the stairs. I'll take the lift up, just show our audience how it feels like. Got the sun shining on my soul. So when you come to level 3, on my right hand side, that is master room. I'm going to bring you there first before I bring you to the 2 kids' room facing towards the front of the home. At the moment you come to level 3, you will notice that the sunlight really comes in already. You can have a look at the sunlight right here. Broad in terms of its light, and there's a sheltered skylight zoning area. That's beautiful, and you can see that little garden zoning upstairs. There's the attic level. We'll hit upstairs later. Let's come on in. This is the creative, more open concept master room. Just check out the design. It's just like checking into a hotel. Why? Because of this open concept, beautiful marble. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This marble bathroom. Such a beauty. This home is really designed with a lot of thought process in mind for the family that's going to buy over it. You want to live higher on level 3? This is the room to go. So you want a master room to be here. Take this room, open concept, long bath. And this room is fantastic. It just overlooks towards the greenery, this beautiful tree as well. This is towards the north facing. King bed, fronting towards the view. This beautiful little sitting area over at this direction. You also have a 8-panel wardrobe right here. Because you have space, you can do all you want in terms of its design, and take note that the window frames interlocking fashion is the same. So WC Standing shower area, similarly you have skylights. The tone of the marble changes. This is like light beige kind of color tonality in terms of its natural marble finishing. Those natural greens are beautiful. And as you come out here, that flows straight on. Of course, there's an indentation downwards to contain any water if there is. And then as we come to the front, 2 bedrooms. We're gonna head in. Oh, nice playroom. Your kids are gonna love this. Now this room is great in size. Of course, it's definitely slightly smaller, but both has its own beautiful ensuite. Just have a look. So fantastic as a kid's room. More other things like this. Plug points for shaver. Also have a skylight over here. 2-door panel wardrobe and mirrors. We love all this consistency in terms of its reinforced concrete features. That is the Chai Chee estate. So on the right hand side, that will be Bedok Mall. You can see a little bit on the Panasonic building right here as well. This room is really beautifully done. I'm gonna head to the other room. Okay, so you have a little bit of panel here for the DB box. And then as you head in, mirror image. Beautiful 2 sliding panel as well. Of course, if you want to add in invisible grills because you have young kids at home, then that's all fine because there's still this allowance right here within the reinforced concrete slab. So you can actually pump upwards to have a small little panel of invisible grills if you want to install. So this is a queen bed, side tables at the side. There's a bench here for a TV, wardrobe space, 3 panels, and then beautiful ensuite as well with a skylight. And then I'm going to bring you up to the attic level. So the attic level has 2 bedrooms, but now it's 1 bedroom plus an open bedroom right here that's been converted into like an open roof terrace entertainment chill out area that flows outwards towards the back balcony. I'm going to bring you to the balcony first. Look at this. Okay, so you get to see Bayshore over there. Over here, that's towards Bedok South. This is Park East condo beside Flamingo Valley. So these 2 projects actually fronts the back of the Opera Estate. This is the area for your washer cum dryer. Tuck nicely with all your compressor and all that kind of stuff. So you can come up here, do your laundry, natural clothes drying. There's also an awning you can push outwards. Enjoy the view of this beautiful tree. There's a red leaf. So I want to say that seasonal changes, the red leaves is going to change towards the end of the year. So it's going to look like the whole thing is red. Oh my goodness, the red leaves are coming out. So it's going to look beautiful. Wow. Our owners even leave a note for us and say this tree is very hot. I think you can just come here, make some phone calls, chill out a little bit. You can put a TV here as well. Oh, fold your clothes. This is the area to fold your clothes. So after you dry, ask every children to come out, ask our kids to come out, sit around, fold your clothes. After that, play board games, then ask them to bring down their clothes themselves to their rooms. All right, so don't bring their clothes down for them. All right, don't spoil them. Ask them to bring down themselves. All right. So this is the room, fronting towards the front. So we're at the number 7th bedroom. Great in size. This room is also beautiful. Nice window right here that overlooks towards the front. So this is like an open kind of view with beautiful tree lines. 4 panel wardrobes right there. Of course, whoa, also a 2-door concept. So you can walk out here as well. Come back in. You have a skylight feature also over here. You can just do some sun tanning as well while you're bathing. Sun tanning while bathing, that's a good concept. All right. So this home right here at a land size of 2099 square feet is asking for an asking price of $4.99 million. Bearing in mind that this is a full-on built-up 3.5-story maximized to 6,044 square feet with the design theme balancing the functionality of this home. 2099 square feet giving you a wider width of 7.3 meters and a longer depth 26.5 meters, and that gives you a lot of luxury. Huge bedroom sizes, huge living dining space, and of course you have the perfect balance of putting your kitchen right tucked at the corner. So let's talk about the 4 types of landed properties. First type, a 15 years old kind of version, 3.5 million in the range of 1,006 to 1,008 square feet. Second type of landed property, which is the type that is about 20 to 30 years old, something that is moving condition. They're already inching up to about $3.8 million. And if you go to the third type, which is about 10 years old kind of houses, these are already in the range of about 4.2 all the way to about $4.5 million. And the new build type, surprisingly as we speak, right now most of the new build, just for 1,006 to 1,008 square feet in terms of the land size, they are already asking at about 4.6 all the way to about $4.9 million for brand new type from developer. If we will come back to this house at Fidelio Street, this falls within the third and the fourth kind of parallax, because we are not exactly the third kind of landed property, we are not exactly the fourth type, we are right in between, because the age of this home is only 5 years old, TOP 2016. As good as like a brand new, but although not brand new, but you're not as old as those 10 to 15 years type of houses. Asking price $4.99 million because the land size is much larger. Those comparatives that we talk about, they are mainly 1,006 to 1,008 square feet of land. This is 2,099 square feet. This is already a full build-up with premium fittings and finishes. So when you add all the costing in, you're buying something that is worth it in the market, because this allows you to move in straight on. Alright, so we come to the end of this home tour. Thank you for staying with us throughout this Inter-Terrace home tour. There's a Fidelio Street Opera Estate, this beautiful designer architectural home. If you want to have a look at this physical place, you definitely have to come down. Click on the number down below to contact our listing managers, and the links to the landing page at propertylimbrothers.com. You're going to enjoy a little bit more on the virtual home tour as well as on the images as well. And most importantly, stay in touch with us for the next home tour. The video contents are all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. And my name is Melvin Lim. Thank you for staying with us throughout the years on this channel. And once again, always happy to show the place. Meantime, take care and we see you soon. Let's have a look. That's how our devices get damaged by me. Okay, yeah, can start. Okay, so scene 1 we'll do it last outside. We're seeing it at the white lens. Then this is scene number 2. We'll just come in, walk through the house. So we'll do like a one-person kind of like conversational thing. We'll converse with the audience. Sometimes I'll converse with you guys also.